Howdy everyone. So this is my second makeup tutorial, so please don't judge. Today we have no plan. Let's be real, I never have a plan. I'm going to do some kind of glamour look. So basically I'm just going to go whatever the way the wind blows me. But we're going to start off by priming and then let's see where it goes. Okay, so you don't need too much of this stuff, but I do use a bit because I have dry skin. So, well, actually I have combination skin because, combination skin is oily and dry. So, it's alright for me to, hydrate. So, I use the hydrating one. Some people use the, one little, more matte sort of look. So that, it doesn't make your skin look so oily. But, yes, I like the hydrating one. Okay, so now we're all primed. Next step is foundation. Okay, so I've already wet my beauty blender, so I'm going to go in with foundation. So if you don't know, you should make your beauty blender damp, not wet, damp. So that's what I've done, pre-time ahead. So, okay, now let's do foundation. Okay, so we've got our foundation on. Now you just want to pat that on. So it's going to take a while, so I may put too much on, but I'll be back. Okay. So, yeah, I did use too much. But it's good because I could blend it down into my neck, which you should always do, and I blend into my ears. So, because there's nothing worse than seeing your face and look like you're actually just wearing a mask. Even though makeup technically is like a mask, you want to be able to, hide it. Now make sure you get it around your nose and your creases because the thing is that is extremely noticeable. Especially around your mouth. Make sure you get the corners. Okay, so foundation's done. Now for my first lot of concealer. Now, some people do their foundation and concealer after their eyeshadow. I don't, only because you can always repair if you have fallout. But it's for me, it doesn't look really blended, right? If you don't do your eyes afterwards. If you do them before, I tend to notice rings around the eyes, and you do not want that. So each person's different, but for me, I find it easier this way. Okay, I've done my concealer. Now I'm going to pat that with my finger, as I use my finger sometimes. Okay, concealer's on. I'm going to go to part 2. Okay, so I'm blended with my concealer. Now I'm going to set some setting spray. If it's going to work. That's just to hold it in place. Okay, let's move on. Now, because I have combination skin, I'm going to say this. You want to set it. Use some translucent powder. Just where you want it to stay the most, because with me I have darker eyes, so I just tend to use just a tiny bit. You don't have to use much of this, but just to keep it all set in one place. Okay, I know a lot of people use so much. For me, less is more. Okay, time to put brows on. So this is the brow kit that I have at the moment, which I am looking for recommendations if you would like, because this one is good, but it doesn't suit me as well as I'd like. So if you do have recommendations, I'm happy to listen. So this is the eyebrow brush I use. Now I like a small brush, only for the fact it's able to let me control how the brows thing, because I don't line my brows, because I find they look too thick when they're lined. So at the moment, I'm still learning about brows. I'm still learning about makeup as I'm doing the professional course. So what I do is I just try to make them look fluffy and natural. So yeah, let's get into that. Okay, it's all about the natural. Okay, brows on. Now I try to go and follow my natural brow line so that they look natural. Always, if you have eyebrows, go with your natural brow line. because if you try to go artificial, sometimes they look fake. So today I'll be using a mixture of my James Charles palette and my Charm palette. So let's get into this look. Okay, so my idea is to go a bit of a smoky eye for my first layer of eyeshadow. So I'm going to pack that on now. So I'm using the black out of the James Charles palette, which is Color Spooky. Okay, so all I'm doing right now is packing that on. I do draw, I don't know if any of you do, I do draw kind of where I want my wing to sit. A little, just so I have a guideline. Okay, so this is what we have so far. I still have to blend it, and I have to do the other eye. But this is just kind of the shape I'm going for, but I still have to clean it up. I know it looks a bit crazy right now. Okay, so I forgot to mention eye primer, but I previously eye primed way before I put my shadow on. So let's go. Okay, so now I've got similar symmetry with the shapes. So now I'm going to just pack it in, then blend it, then, we'll see what color we're going to add to it. Okay, so now I've got both sides done. What I'm going to do is get this soft brush and blend it out. Just so it doesn't matter if it looks a little bit messy right now or a little bit crazy, because I am going to clean it up. But you just need to blend that out just so it all looks even, because otherwise it'll look patchy. And you just want a really nice consistency. I did state that this was going to be a 2 makeup palette look, but this is actually going to be a 3. We're going to go in with my Morphe palette, and I'm going to use the color Sexuality, which is the pink, and we're going to lay that on top of the black and blend it out, see what it looks like. Okay, be right back. Okay, so we're just going to go in with that pink and see what it looks like. I mean, hopefully it doesn't look that bad. Okay, so that's what we have so far. I'm going to blend this and see what it looks like. So that's what we have so far. Pink on top. Don't know where it's going yet. So what I'm thinking is to add another color here and go in with the shimmer. Okay, let's see how it works. So the color I want to use for the outside is this purple, because it's so pigmented, and I think it might sit well on the black. First I have to cut my crease. I've cut the crease. Now I'm going to add my shadow. So what I'm going to do is add purple to the outside, then add our shimmer in the inside of the eye. Okay, let's see. Okay, so what I'm doing is just packing that purple, and I'm only going to midline, okay? And then I'm packing it outwards. So you just want to pat it to pack it, because you do want to keep that pigmentation. Okay, as you can see, that's one eye. Now, I love this purple because it's shimmery and it's pigmentation. But look at how, pigmented that is. Okay, so I'm going to continue just to pack that, because as you can see, I'm getting a couple of crease lines. So I just want to pack that so you have no crease lines. Then what I'm going to do is go this side, do the same. Then we're going to pick our shimmer. Okay, so it's time for shimmer. So we're going to use my Pressed Glitter palette, which I'm going to use a silver, which as you can see I've used a lot of, especially my mermaid looks. But, we'll see how it looks on the inner part. So far we're looking good. Let's see. Do you see that? I am #loving this. Okay. Okay, so this is what we have so far. As you can see, shimmer in the middle. I've also taken a little bit up here, just to make me sparkle a little bit more. Okay, time for lashes liner and the whole works. Okay guys, so this is the finished product. What do you think? It's giving me seriously, serious 90 vibes. What do you think? I mean, she cute. Anyway, but yeah, so I went on the pink over the black. Then I've done my shimmer there, and then the purple in the end. I used Pressed Glitter for my shimmer. I've also gone in with highlighter, blush, bronzer around the edges, just to give me some natural contour. And yeah, what do you think? Pink lip gloss? Let me know what you think.